Akuzana penso ya mawachen ama wo akwaba wo hwen wa Adom TV saso tie nka asempa 94.7 FM ene eye June boso ne de toso edumienu na tise kakra ye ko ye mu ano no sameme da na pedu se ya na yesi nkonya na otwe dwumadie ana penso so ye de bro live from our studios here Kokomlemle 355 Fanofa Street ana edi dwumadie edi fia ye de bro don hwere mienu eda ye nimu no enkoma ehuhia pa ena yede eba beso midin edi Chief Jerry Forson obetimi afremi CJ yebeka ya afi atwa mu match bosome ne de toso edumienu ena yare kodiewo covid ye record the first 2 cases ewo Ghana ha adidi di mu na ye bom pa ye se yare no entre enso da bia no ne recording new cases ha ama se me no kasa na pay according to Ghana Health Service website as at 7th June na nipa 789 and omashiro wo kwa covid yare yi ensa no covid nti na niam tare ano a ye home kura ensiso enso ese ebo ye ho ban na fe yare no eba asa no yare bia ne ano aduro enti na ho akohia se ye pe ano aduro enti internationally enyumaku ahodo bebre ene wo de wo ho jim private pharmaceutical companies say one betimi aye vaccine na etimi ede aboye ho ban adidi di mu ano nyame ncha de vaccine no edi bai ema afia ye wura mu yai February mutum ne de toso eduonu 9 24th of February ena Ghana yen saka the first consignment of 600,000 vaccines AstraZeneca ena yen sa edi kan ekaye eno ensuya ba bia wo hwe nipadom a wo man mu a edina esa aban no ankasa esi adwaman so na fe okokope vaccines no ebi eto edi bebo ye ho eban edidi di mo ano yatete se aban no akwakonya Sputnik V every Russia na eho enkratasem ana eho adwadie mu semsem no ana akoye hu men ne ye kasai dompo am wo mrahye bejafie raise issues se se yanhwe ni a will be at the 6 ebedane 9 aban no episode chinchim Ghana for nsa agisika bi ede ehye ne botem. Now let's go back na fe yen share a little bit of history a fasal vaccine ho kwan fa so bai ene baby a vaccine ho anamonto no akwa akoduro yaba na fe yedokomototwe no ato awoso.
Russia was the first country to officially register a coronavirus vaccine in August. The vaccine has been named as Sputnik V. It was developed by Russia's Gamaleya Research Institute and registered by the Ministry of Health of Russia. Hyderabad-based Dr. Reddy's Laboratories announced that it had signed an agreement with the Russian Direct Investment Fund. Dr. Reddy's plans to conduct large human trials of this vaccine. If these trials turn successful, Russia has committed to supplying 100 million doses to India. On September 4, a research paper on the results of Phase 1 and Phase 2 clinical trials of the vaccine was published in The Lancet. It showed that there were no serious adverse effects and a stable immune response in 100% of the participants. More than 55,000 volunteers had applied to take part in these trials. Sputnik V is being developed as a 2-dose vaccine using 2 human recombinant adenovirus vectors. These vectors are known to cause respiratory infections and have been modified to not replicate in the body. The inactivated vectors are tweaked to carry the S gene that encodes the spike protein of the coronavirus. The hope is that these vectors will inveigle themselves into a smaller number of the body's cells and trick the body into registering the coronavirus spike protein. It will then activate the immune system into producing specialized T cells that can neutralize the affected cells. Once this happens, the immune system is expected to produce antibodies as well as memory B cells. This can produce the right offensive cells when needed to neutralize future SARS coronavirus 2 infections the body may encounter. In September, Russia said it had begun testing the vaccine among 40,000 volunteers as part of its phase 3 trials. But the most controversial aspect of Sputnik V is that it had already been pre-approved even before the results of phase 3 trial. Russia, however, claims that the vaccine candidate will reinvigorate vaccine development and act as a potential solution to the coronavirus pandemic.
Right, it's I'm not quite baby. Sputnik V vaccine no, and you can share home mfonini kakra. Na yɛbɛgye bɛn afei yɛakyerɛkyerɛ mu nea yɛhwɛeɛ no na afei nneɛnti anapɛ yɛsi nkonya ankasa ɛyɛ ɛboɔ a yɛde kwakɔtɔ Sputnik V vaccine yɛbɛka yɛ Nnawotwi ma Adom kuma mo mmarahyɛ badwafie raising issues sɛ adwaman so per dose mekyerɛ Sputnik vaccine no baako pɛ yɛtɔn no $10 mekyerɛ America sika no edu ɛnso so ɛsan sɛ middleman bi aba mu hɔ baabi nti Ghana for yɛkwakɔtɔ no $19 na sɛ $9 ɛna ababeto so ɛno no nkyɛmu bae sɛ Sputnik adwumayɛkuo a ɛwɔ Russia no wɔn ne aban ɛndi nsawosoɔ direct ɛnti wɔn bɛhia sɛ wɔbɛnya private company a wɔn de aduro no bɛsi no so ansa na ɔno nso so abɛtɔn de ama ɔman no ɛno nkyɛmu naba anapɛ kura nso so yɛhunu document bi a ɛkyɛ amendment of the pricing of the Sputnik vaccine na kyese ene no ka $19 na kwakoto no eswate ma aba $18.5 out of $26 a sisi e wo mo kyese e ton no wo adwaman so ye bisa sa na mo ya ye tuyi sa bre ya covid de ahokyere abai nsusuaso e ba benya e wo oman no eso ana so obi wa aban mu ana obi wo kyefa bi wo sa sika yi mu enu nti na bo no akwakoy bibia wo ho no anapai yɛbɛtena ase na afei me ne abedafo atwetwe enkomo join me ɛwɔ Facebook Adom TV ɛwɔ Facebook ɛna afei Asempa 94.7 FM ɛnso ɛwɔ Facebook na fa comment to ɛbɛgye bɛ na afei yakenkan ɛde amount the chairperson on the Parliamentary Select Committee on Health Dr. Efriye Ayu ɛde nkyerɛmu wei ɛbaeɛ yɛnkɔhwɛ na afei bɛba me mama abedafo akwaba
a statement and it's premised on the work being done by journalists in Norway. The emphasis was on the Sputnik vaccine, a certain Farouk Oman that they've kept their eyes on, who is behind a vaccine introduction in this country. Yes. First of all, I wish to put on record that the Ministry of Health's position on the acquisition of vaccines is an open door policy, especially after the country that where the major suppliers, that's India, for the past week has been hit hard by the harsh effects of the pandemic. So it has distorted the delivery schedule of COVAX. And because of that, delivery schedules that were meant to be somewhere April was delayed, and I'm sure June's own too will be delayed as far as the AstraZeneca is concerned. And because of that, they decided to allow for other persons to bring other vaccines. Vaccines which can be stored under conditions and you can also use it in this country. And storage facilities currently can be available for those that has been approved by the FDA. And that is AstraZeneca and the Sputnik 5. It is not true that only one company has the mandate to bring Sputnik 5 in the country. As we speak, there are about 7 companies. And in total, the companies who are supposed to bring vaccines in this country are about 50 and over. And the records are there at the ministry for you to go and cross-check. And so when you state in a press conference that The one who is bringing the vaccine is Norwegian, a criminal, and then it is made for people to consume or to believe. It was made to believe that the price had been inflated for whatever gains that it is. Our understanding is that RDIF, which is the Russian Development Investment Fund, which sees to transactions for acquisition of Sputnik, gives it at the factory price of $10 or 9.90. And then you would have to go through clearance FOB, that's fleet on board. So it's up to you on how you will get it to your country. Now, unlike the AstraZeneca, which is more of the government-to-government system, the Russians use more of middlemen or third parties to be able to do transactions. So what the ministries or governments do is to express interest or give you letters of authorization. And then you go ahead to strike a deal with them. So as far as it is, about 7 companies have letters and various prices ranging between $12 to $19. So if the impression is created as if it is one company and it is created as if it is 19, the other question then is that what happens to the other people who quoted 12, those who quoted lower than $19, and who for some reason all of them have not been able to deliver.
The newspaper VG reported that Ghana is buying Sputnik vaccines that cost $10 per dose at $19 per dose. The paper also alleged one of the intermediaries negotiating the deal is wanted by Norwegian police for alleged financial crimes. The lead investigator at VG newspaper, Marcus Tobiasen, says numbers again put out by the government on the procurement do not add up. Ranking member on Parliament's Health Committee, Kwabena Mensah Akando, also alleged that some government officials are trying to profit from the COVID-19 pandemic. He therefore disclosed that he will summon the health minister to Parliament over the revelation in the Norwegian press. However, the chairman for the Health Committee, Dr. Ayew Efriye, denies any wrongdoing. He urged the critics to approach the Ministry of Health for the appropriate figures as the ones currently in public domain, as reported by the media.
Like Akando is calling for a probe, and I'm saying that there is no need, because it was grounded on the fact that one company is in the space to bring Sputnik, and it's not one company. So I want my colleague to upgrade his information, and he has all the powers to bring the Minister of Health to Parliament to ask how many companies are in the Sputnik space. Then you see that it's not one. You understand? Then where is the essence of the bipartisan stuff? There's no need. How many companies? Now, what prices are they quoting? Now, is there one that quoted 19? Yes. Did you give him agreement? Yes. So what? Has he delivered? No. Is there a breach? Yes. Are you going to terminate? I mean, so we are making progress to the health of the people. That is why he has all the powers. And as soon as he says we should do it, we will definitely call for all this. And I don't think that there's anything shameful about this. It is okay.
Right, in Chemwa, if free that was based on a question Honorable Kwabena Mensah Akando already na fe o say enka openia o hwe apomudin asoe no so no omra na shebejafie na omra mechirim eboa eda Sputnik vaccine no eso ene eboa aban no ekwakoto ede aboa man mu no osusu se e wo soro dodo ansha na obi pese wogi scan bi egu ni botom but na pay aboa homoden se yensa beka mpanifo omo Ministry of Health nanka omabama yenchemu kakra on kwan a omo fa so kra eto sa vaccines any ebo no changes are abemu no ye boy homode yensa kan oma ye de sanche mu ba but na me suru na fe me ma me da for akwaba answer na ma me ntwa me ho me ba already seated Honorable Isaac J. Mensah or ye member of Parliament for Wasa East onukoya so a former deputy minister roads and highways wasan so nimde pa about the public policy or ye expert we matrasede da ye hwe animu say Honorable Benjamin Kofi Aye or ye former member of Parliament for Upper Dintra West and so ba be kan ye ho na fe ye de gobotwetwe no ye de ahihye so immediately Chief Jerry Forson ye ba Yama kwa baby na Nnawotwi dwumadi na uguso a wo share live on Adom TV sanso tie nka wasempa 94.7 FM. Come through with your WhatsApp messages na fe yanjibre na yankenkan emfa emma. Honorable Anzika Jemensa atna se the da yehwe ne mu se na medika kan no se Honorable Benjamin Kufiaye enso so eba be kan ho na fe ya twetwe enkomo. Honorable Jemensa akwaba.
Yeah, yeah.
Ibi aboko de. As e shi ache kakra.
Papa. Zena fi si asase, ye second quarter. Enti no movement nimpa. Ye ku anim no, me hu ye ho.
Constituency boko.
Enya do boko pa. Boko kra wa say de boko. Abaya tu so hu nsem ko so. Wasasi fo enya badaye atuaba no. E de ma Jemen Samte he atuaba no ba NDC. So say wini bi mpon sida. Asa wo position mu a o MP butumi de do sa. Ndi wasasi de boko kra. Boko na say ya shots dem ya shots ya
o say na wuchi anti we introduction
bi na fi ndi me kosa kwenje su mi sia wasasi fo o aye me peso so fo me kan wasasi fo sentin say omo no mama kwenja mama ba hase say na ne mahemfo mpemfo hina titi me party fo mpemfo ne party elders na fe yem ran NDC party me president mama ne na busia me chia won pe na party NDC party mpemfo chairman of some before yankasi general secretary ni mpemfo ni ade hina mpemfo bi wo so se mbo di mba ha che unse mba che kakra mitire opin to bi kwache omo ni mpemfo a omo tese di omo chi a omo tentenen kakra opin ankrato pa kwesi mitire kwesi ahoye ato ahoye kwam na ahoye
okay
na na di mefasa kwanje michia ankrato no ahoye no na me man ni trinkwa sendisi ya me di mfie ba ko aka ne fie
oh I see
Jankrato.
I see.
Ankrato wankasa
happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yami inshallah papa. Yami entu nkwan. Nti no mi che man fu na wi a na maba be che mi ankasa mi nua okumase friend Dr. Pampana. Ono no oye omo doctor oye sin. Ine no hasa. Nti no Pampana unua na mi maba ha mi che we. Yami sha mi nkan. Ono me busu afo hina. Nti mi ba ha che ntem yesa na o me. No yami sha. So am sa kwanje yi.
Medase.
Mi che so.
Medase. Honorable Jemensa, mo haw pa ne sen. Yade a biase nyina ye ku na aban etimi ehunu sa wo pepa no. Se wo kope anu aduru abebo ye nyina ye ho ban. Na mo soso mo ase mo tototototo ho. Mo haw ne sen. Honorable.
Ona ya haw ne sen. Ya ne haw. NDC minority in parliament. NDC ku ya haw ya haw. Because you are dealing with health. Ni papo mu den ho sam. Na anya apomdum kakempo. Yare aba yare kudu ewu ni a ye friend covid a oni papa oni meba otumi ka obi a okuni fo bibiri aka ba bi a o mawuo nje ha bia no ye na say yetimem ha na yin say na o can statistics dom do o mawuo
yes
na o hwe wiase fa na hina so o hwe record aba about 171 million over no mawuo o covid ho na Ghana so ya ka bibiri memu a ye ninim die no a wiase hina dia tum sa yebetumi ahwe ya nti ya yitie amanone ku World Health Organization omo afutu a omo beba awasa nsami ho sa obeka ya say Madagascar so covid bae omo nyan ho aduru abafudu ko ha de ba omo njanto nti na yasa so wo omo so conspiracy theories say duro biara onum bia wo bewu ebi mpo de abesese say wo bia ya bo panani bia no in 2 years we.
But of course, once Drobia was side effects. Even Sputnik it has some minor side effects. We can't definitely use that as
exactly.
As
But what I'm saying is exactly. I have the Ankrofo team ensin. If you don't worry, obi pona chance say what the bempo on. Nti no say we ya ban a was said say obi make sure aba na say because if you ask for anything say na mo ye. Also bo say o manfo no. Obehwe na obo ho ban a yare no entumi enka woni nku yenim ye makoso Ghana ha efa sa covid ba hyase tisensam bibre na covid nankasa won no protocol ho se menchia wonua ti se hwe nyeme se ya no ne ade nti ade ehu musina o master statistics say over 780 something thousand crofo ewu for sa yare mu enja yi wan crofo na america na etu osoro no na akofo but still ano aka crofo crofo ewu but yamra the main issue ho a we can say friends how no say ne how gonna have
okay on once na obekọ how no so no let me take this advantage na me educate you nyina ho kakra we mention the side effects but let's also look at the advantages a war Sputnik. In fact, the world over, and I want to read this in English. Efficacy of Sputnik V is 97.6% based on analysis of data on the coronavirus infection rate among those in Russia vaccinated with both components of Sputnik V from December 5, 2020 to March 31, 2021. The Sputnik V vaccine is based on a proven and well-studied platform of human adenoviral vectors, which cause the common cold and have been around for thousands of years. Sputnik V uses 2 different vectors for the 2 shots in a course of vaccination, providing immunity with a longer duration than vaccines using the same delivery mechanism for both shots. The safety, efficacy, and lack of negative long-term effects of the adenoviral vaccines have been proven by more than 250 clinical studies over 2 decades. There are no strong allergic reactions caused by Sputnik. So this is just by way of education. Let's just say Sputnik, over 250 clinical trials.
Yani trouble biao. Sputnik dey also Russia me personally. Russia for the bia no me adin chem say papa because mo hwem yi. Russia for no say those times Soviet the doctors some call ba na adin na no. Omo edi twem. Na dey wo say ni say still I want for bi ma dwunum. Say COVID ni po say COVID ni eboa. Still am po no obi mpo say odeba onwo. Na se say we ntu mo yankrofo hina 600,000 AstraZeneca dey odeba yi. Enso hina. Na me keka hina dem na mpasa me chene say aban no a se ka aban a aban wo hwa se obi ayi aban but aban a omo so omo hwe so say MPP aban na akufo na aban. Owo enhye so obi make sure say say dia man no ni bebi bi obi ahwe ne dom e wo yare hu no onso ben ne de. Nti yemi sha no the first issue by 600,000 AstraZeneca. Aba ayawa asa say di bi e dey count. Ibi no yam second shot. Ibi mpo nya bi kra. Ko nkrase na de bi nya bi. Ena say abasa Sputnik am meditum say papa ne results e odi ba. Ah papa pa say ya di bi ba. Ebe na free say etua. De be di kan aban no be hu. Ene say ana eduru am di be price important say bem kra. Because anya sabi condom ana say APC na kwakoto. Wo kwakoto vaccine a ye de boy we yankrofo omu yare no e de enka won no mu ayin hu asem. First of all, so we make sure say eduru we ye kwakoto yi e papa e ye dura yankrofo no so mu a e be bo won important. And what you say it's just Sputnik there then e papa.
Yeah.
We are no make sure say company no mo produce no because e be a mine mu no anya aban no na ehwe ya the private companies bi a omo ya aban hwe omo so mo omo ye nti so omo se company we na aban age na tum oye ne nneoma hina pepepe na asefo ne ade a that is better the see who say Sputnik na ye me ti say omo say government policy no say friends say open door policy hey it no COVID service in open door policy yet man mu a ye ne ye ho a ye nimdi abafo nimdi a ama na ndis America and Europe na de won ye ni bi you go see didi o machi intino before sa dwumadi aba no aban no make sure say ye man crop for supply your man procurement law there but also make sure say aban na nkasa na say mama hu say company we ya ye kana say ono Sputnik no ono ne ampa anyway na ye ne ya hihye make sure say ye put the best standard ever
but say honorable himself with in relation with Sputnik, you know, Russia are appointing RDIF. That so we don't deal with government. As what you say. RDIF near. Okay.
It's about microphone for the bottom line is that a buying in some Russia buying. Let me tell you, Russia buying so what I said say company be our boss abrebia ongu a buying any massy. Such as in terms of the efficacy of the drug, and I say don't know how thing not the papa bay because at the end of the day no. So according to Russia force the vaccine by.
Okay. RDIF, a Russian Direct Investment Fund, which is Russia's sovereign wealth fund established in 2011 to make equity co-investment primarily in Russia alongside reputable international financial and strategic investment.
In Russia.
And that's ultimately for one any abino and delay direct.
They are telling you say can you imagine to Chrome ha na ese cocoa board. Cocoa board no example na madima o. We na tie cocoa board. Ye cocoa ni ade hina san cocoa board neto na da kwama no ne. Sa ye o ka Russia ban. Cocoa board ya ban. So Russia mine no ekuo mu de si ho so mo sabra. You know it's the same government. But the opposite chair say also aban making sure say ana edru na ye dey the right in and there na. So we are saying men na wi na ma private people na den abem what set criteria na dey den wo dey ma but also open no policy obi amra to say kwakoto condom and say kwakoto APC and say yeah that be so the very policy na kasa me am tie I disagree because we a person who say Ghana ban etu hwa na mon and make sure say sa company we ene hia aja tum we na eba ntinu mo am person ye mo what set criteria Inti ebia sa open door policy na person ochre. The other one abem. Uso na make the fake say do na kasa ni papa ya.
Ho no dey what can we? They say open door policy na me ase ho no menti ase papa.
Open door policy che saying. Say ka open door policy one can be chirim. As you Jan ba jesre do bia tum baby. And the sense bia me apply na se for. Yet tikro him say.
But I've just stated said there is RDIFR. One money the sole conductor. Obetimi afem. And Dr. Yu, your face is here. Dr. Yu specifically mentioned it.
Saying,
sir,
I'll be an I rush a quay abandoned Nessiho, so almost Abrano.
Okay, maybe my producer saying some could see Dr. Free are you. Now, a few years
he's the chairman of the committee on health.
Absolutely.
Today, the opposite to a catcher. Says I could no Russia. And I'm telling you, society can Russia for their Russia developed country. Russia a developed country.
Yes.
Into no so what the could see who are to me. It's for Russia. And nobody can work outside them. Government don't need your hand. Anyone want to see. So what we are saying is that FDR or FDQ, whatever it is, no. I buy any making sure the minister no, or making sure say, you know once I was so say name of course you're correct. Now fair in share only individual companies are more than necessary capacity, mumra. No maba. But what I'm hearing now is say about baby grass you talk on them. And we just uncle for you. Wouldn't say Katasha, I will mean Katasha, or developing economy. But now what had to
initially we paint picture and say I have one company. But listening to the okay, 7 companies and they say more on board.
I'm talking about the processes and the policy. Say 20 companies 30 companies before back sa companies in Bebemino. And then the Montua na banner tour. Obe make sure. Say indeed, Sadi Papa and Sani Power is what they buy here. But we are aware. World Health Organization, Amando Duke, for example, that's Amando Duke Mewa. Almost in share Abba. Say, Aban Bian who ye. Because you want Crophobia catch a self-food do a almost person making money. I was a transaction simu. Into a buying Biara, and because a buying Bian making sure say only companies in daily if possible. In the case of Russia, I see a Nessa for a daily. They make sure say I'm pat. A drone papa and sana yaman crop for naba but main support is that yanko family no phobia there are a lot of companies who have to be co the drum it is all this is saying now is just a year then you allow these people to go but I'm told say sir initially you that's in the Norwegian company no for there me hon being a training so now we for back catch up to say ya and quarry omudi ohuni ombe pepe say sir na woman the back ka ho a o yes I deal ya hwenimpo. So it tells you say, hey, into such media question. Sabana Jai, I opened the policy. Now young Crawford said, Nasa, Obi, my site will be saying, no coswa. That is a first one because I need Panacasano. I are corrupt. No coffee, who has a man, no one can know if we almost a kind of if we $10. No, be need the say $10 income. Personally, I want to be honest with you. Since she's saying, now compare pricing to American Native for their papa. Say $30 or $100 or so long as I papa. Why is she any year? Mobia ba ebedimu. It
looks but like I feel you are shifting the goalpost. Initially, now bone of contention pay price no. But I pay me musa mo hawanka sangasa no. Price and I say you say I don't person. Are you convinced?
Say
price no. As you
say. I'm not convinced. I'm just telling you sir. Nipa you must be fair and want to establish a fair principle.
Yes.
Magana fu otie who say and this is a minority in parliament. I am pricing kuta some near come. Dabi, I am pricing kuta some near can. Katasi saba pricing him, but in your mother brewa, as he be any. I'm telling you, sir, World Health Organization, say, because Uncle Fobinum, or me a middle manner, or me we, Nanyama Bonnie, Sikantin on Peno, a man be making sure, say before obekwa deal woni omo deal fortunately you Sputnik foi omo group I dey want to ho omo hwe omo so nti na aba na jam eno one but the aye ba ya aye minority in parliament omo kan wasem no we for no immediately ba pepe na no we je for hey aye ton $10 aye factory you ton $19 I concern say hey ne ton 10 no ba be chim the minister is defending to krom her defending kwa na we and he defends you need middlemen na for Ghanaians must know. So what we are talking about here, it's not just a year to the room.
Okay.
It is a very critical vaccine as something. It is a leader and as a chairman of the board, companies. It is not about companies. It is about a papa ebafaso. Even make sure say edimu. Now mom sumpono ampa say 10 because he says he's desperate. He's lying posted. So no to me because many men eba no for near.
Okay. Honorable
I must condemn that.
For Alusimami. Honorable Isaac James and Yatin and Kano, Namiaduma, Honorable Benjamin Kufia, I bet Nasi. Honorable Akwaba.
Yeah.
Bibiabo Kodia.
Nyamiadum.
Well, I'm saying Namiadum, Yahuye. There, I didn't see that one person Mubani Adaho. It was a Sputnik Yuhu. I mean, arrived from Parliament. Looks like Opasa Muchin and Sabuyachi, a pricing and Namaka say, at a pay crown, Yakot Komonuma. There's a new document, there's been some amendment in the pricing. And also so different from $10, $19, you know, and also say what is really happening? Honorable.
You mean I'm das Michia Nnawotwi phone and I hear for. I say ja o babonia de bia oyede obre anam na we say nka no pay ke tifie na exercise kakra se ka yo so ja yakọ NDC fo abeto omanmu e bia na omotete se omotete ye ni so na ya because Ghana ye problem pa kese ba ko pa ye NDC oh yes ya how kese pa ba ko ye NDC e bia pe fo se kadoni ntuma nko anka de bia grasafo te ka mo nko anka de bia safo na tuntun ye die kire sa na niam papa ehia omanya o se ye bohu dawuro na dim pontuo be konkan na manfo no so bi behu opportunities ban no create ekwan be na e fa so e betumi access some of these opportunities no ye ntumi mbo hu dawuro na dom na mo ye woof ya na chede bia obi adi omachi ye didine sa da ombe actual woof be ba no aga no me kra ye hu ye be ka za ya anom no NDC for no because I said na okay unhu ni ti unhu ni nine initially they were complaining about pricing look assemble na aba yare aba wiase nyina eye covid ena wiase mpanyimfo no nyina obi kan say mponkokro ehuru eye yina mfuru obi e pekwan a obefa so e de abo ne manfo ho ban o hwe numbers a nipa ewu out there having nyame enyadum ena developed countries ibi etumi e develop vaccines omo develop vaccines no because yare we no ye worldwide need no unfortunately numbers no so omo produce no enye enough etimi no kase sisi ya etia ye kase oba Africa ha mo a unya country bia wa vaccinating nko for more than even 10-20%. Me nka worldwide ya hakakra ya akra Ghana hakra no eduro yi said na menue ken de etumi anya bi a population of 30 million na also yetumi vaccinate yen emu 600,000 or so per maximum I think 700,000 was 800,000 yentumi vaccinate even 1 million kra 600,000 yi din Kenya no kra no second shot na also asako take no yentumi nya ho vaccines ni bi emfa amomu nya ho second shot no enye Ghana nko a some of the amanya ekura omo ankasa sika kura epemro ni bia omo so enya bi now ye be narrow it down to ye die we say originally plan say eka India for no e no mo yare nyem bia na nka mo bebre vaccine ni bi e na fofia nto ata yare no e gye nsem wo omo kurum hom so eti omo decide say no see enia ye kromfo ewu ni de ye mamufo ewu ni de enioma wasen ke sopra kwa side nyina no ye twa so ye de hwe ye fiefo ansa na say de bi bekwa bonte kra ye bi akwa bonte eti na ye me source o si nya bi no eno no a cut off who aban so a odwen ne manfo ho how to save lives in times like this no cost enye the issue. Say if the life of your people ehnya pa na hwe checking records no so be kaya surgeons college of surgeons and something omo doctor panyi bi pa na
yes
Dr. Planjo said me refeeding so okay doctors twetwum twofo pa na yes bibisa ayare bi bomb initial stages no stories about out no say oman in an attempt to save him Sata man no ni bi kra ni ba bia obi a di ni ti pimpim wiase nyina no yet say a drone bi was a Kenya was a here baby no just to go and get a drone back for that papa you to a whole plane presidential plane you to presidential
my first information where now share the number of people vaccinated percentage wise and for instance in the United States of America the number of doses are 307 million. Omanya full vaccination, 142 million. And our population are fully vaccinated, 43.3%. In India, 244 million doses given. Fully vaccinated, 46.3 million. The percentage wise, just 3.4% in India.
Yeah, that is the issue I make was saying. We're talking about a man did the omukura no nyadroni enough and vaccinate omukro. It said I'm going back to Papa because me lay foundation yesterday who said whether say people really care about the life of Ghanaians. We had not see fly the whole presidential plane. See the back up drone back home. You know na jamu ye aeronautics so said the omni plane utu 1 hour bia said you charge. Said you could get on Mudibe Google about it and say, calculate the cost of flying the plane from here in and out. Said you could drove back to try to save the life of one person. So now it's no maybe some who say, what the young fan said, can break class $20 quite in the party they bring. Who converted back Ghana Ghana cedis it's about 100 Ghana cedis or 120 maximum Ghana cedis. And in the beer, Minkabus for a year. Oma ahwere oma dofo Ghana area by say kunipa be 700 or so about 800 maximum
yeah 789
yes it year
as 7th June
yes sad nipa 789 oma ahwere omo kray and I said that time vaccines ni bi buy and ye ka so abusuafo nkope 120 Ghana cedis emra the betumi save omo lives minia tikasa nkofo yo ba hwere omo 120 Ghana cedis maximum po. And yes, mufamra na drew ye try bit massive odishie and out of your life. Kagana ni be na betwetwe no. And yet here we are. Abetra platform ye dey be discuss at this price. Now, you're not only into Sputnik the abe issue.
Yes.
So that me can no, your main source ananka ye pay a drone ni bi. India. A cut off. Ena ebi aba ewo Russia. Russia for said okay. Aba na support company no ma o produce sa nyama ni bi. However, aba ni say or establish sa RDIF as an agency and a ton adem. It is a Ghana has say Maslok aba dia. STC aba dia. NIB no mo ene aban dia eti wo kọ NIB kokobọ besia aban na oni ni delay no aban na ma besia dia so establish that financial institution say this is the body be handle these things and that body no he say yes ye there your policy ni either government to government or private open space no. So wo opebi aduro ni biata obetumi aba ye ha no wabetobi. So Ghana ban so ya try government to government no enya adwuma. Ye da ho so gina akono. Ye hia nnuro no so bia ye de be den. Ye de be na ye manfo said ye wo kan even US of all nations 43% and I vaccinated. India akono kra be chi bi no 3% na I vaccinated. Iti amanfo bi kura kura musika o munya nnuro no bi kranto. Iti aban ebo aban pono and sanka bi no. And I say, okay, baby aduro ni bi wo no. There's an issue says say ayi for no o ma opin o mo do say individuals bi na so bi a person obetumi atobi no. Obetumi abeto me do men no. Wo mi si bi a person kotobi abetumi akwakoto. Eti aban so ba ha say e na opin up. Say okay, ene nuro na ye pebi no yate se bi wa ha. Eti wa wo so fi se obetumi akonya bi na odi abrɛn no fa la me hwehwɛ no se mo so mu bibia betumi anya duro ni bi atɔ de aba ye besom
ano na kofa Sheikh Ahmed Maktoum said then
eti about 12 or so different groups
member mananunsi
about 12 or so different groups
na Sheikh ne nkofo
ono so okay ho ono ba se metumi anya bi amamo ebe koso $19 o mu say Russia company na o produce na ade na ade o say ade international me apart from Mikrum Hadie no, the international India may turn less than $10. It is a Toyota for Ayomoka Japan. No, I say okay, cost near $20. Uko to be at the cost South Africa, and I could to be not the bag Ghana as to be the Japan and I say, India naturally price no the same. That's why I say. X factory price be there $10 no.
Yeah.
Okota depending on taxes depending on transportation, cost of transportation how they call, depending on all kinds of things no. We do not price assistance. That is why I am me cry ko China. We to be got the same things so so mo ba e be do market and no be a price assistance kakra. Eti kofo ba say e benya bi amamo. But you beto amamo $19. Other companies
diligence via on these people.
Another company buy say you better am $12. Another company buy say you better am $14. Oh. Metie. Yes.
Ya hwehwe wo ma kire enhunu nipa kora wo mo ye Sheikh Ahmed Al Maktoum ene ni aid Omar Farouk Zahor ya hwehwe ya nye hwehwe wo ho.
Yenim kura no. Ni yenim say sa Sheikh yi. Ona President Mahama time okofa Ameri did buy. We say we half on Nnawotwi ayika close bisa. It was Norwegian government so e wo mo man so bia mo twe. Dem say o mani edi na chipa. It looks as the records e tainted kakra. The fact say you hwehwe that individual does not necessarily mean that the company has been blacklisted. Otherwise, that company cannot be functioning anywhere worldwide. Let's get that clear. We're not dealing with an individual. Please, let's get this is clear. The fact is, with the example, in the stream A, you find some Majumi Nura, boss, no, Okunya Aban Amania. Does that mean, say, multimedia will not function again?
It depends on Aban.
Exactly. If so when you see multimedia, they cause that mess in Koto. So when you see multimedia, now you find say what the maybe you see just a streamer or no
say me CEO or the or could do America buy what could dream pa.
Yes, but not multimedia. Please, what
on that what can be
Masa, no have Kasa on tolerance. So see, you draw the difference between an individual and in the company. You will be getting this wrong.
Yes.
Say okay, we see you in a personal capacity. Wakobu yefas America buying afaso. That has nothing to do with multimedia. I don't say you must shut down multimedia. However, if multimedia in this as multimedia as a company, as an entity, and as a ekobu America buying faso dia. Let's say come rakom ni bibia no more before and I say we need to shut down, then that's a different thing. One, you get that clear. The government of Ghana ain't dealing with that person as an individual. That same man now, or boy with a Mary deal, I don't know, so I know you for the back. Say, hey, Aquano, Ubumo Faso. So, but that aside, say the American. Also, between your 19. Another person supposed to between your 12. Another person supposed to between your 14. I said, at this stage, idiot. Why between your biano? Because, for example, the same Adroya Ibiano. Israel for more than 10 to the crowd. I'm talking about $23. I don't cry government to government. Fact. Fact. At the time of Israel, I cotton it. Now, US, Japan, other countries are lining up. I was saying, a tussle, maybe about 4 or 5. Comes no. If price here about $10, we are ready to pay about $20 plus. Now, young jump queue no. Na mo supply. Okodu ni krom no. Media for be beside. Say I then a drunk which me below 10, akot 23. I say look. Say be be kwakodi line so. Na yare ni hu ya manfo. Na ye be call lock down there. Me share the cost of locking down to the country. Now me they compare cost of a drone say extra price I do to now. It ends up being cheaper. But pay extra. That is why I speak now.
Africa near way.
Yes.
The openness of this whole transaction. Don't you think it gives cause for people?
Again, I'm misleading yourself, your listeners. For example, the fact is that say open door, okay. And just about me a drone. And not just over to me a drone, maybe a binadia buyer near Sumu. No, that's not what we mean by the open door. Source no manufacturer now you are torn.
Okay. Mamene Alaji Nnawotwi Yusuf, head of legal affairs, Ministry of Health. Mene no to train come briefly. Alaji think Otemenka Adom TV sunye mo akwaba.
Yeah.
But what's up? Nyame Adom ye ho ye. Alaji ma enchiremu kakra. Se aban episode 2 anamon ekoto nduro bia yenka covid nduro nkwa ekoto nduro bi sa free amanone a what are the processes nema ben na afemu ansa na nduro na ba bedu
Lipacho, maybe for the purpose of your discussion mepa o just say meka brofo more than tree because we know good enough.
Feel free.
And number 2, general medicine procurement, procurement directory. Any agencies, they see to that. So, and I agree to grant this interview for the purpose of the vaccine. And so that we focus on vaccine very briefly.
Absolutely. That's fine, Alaji.
Thank you.
Good. Enti mami bisa amaya koto Sputnik V.
Sputnik V so far we have not been lucky enough to get Sputnik V into country but we are still in the process of trying very hard to get it into the country.
Okay. Still in the process, I shall say saying I hear fantasy see our process ni muno yedro. Alaji.
Then say attempts be say benya Sputnik direct from limited liability human vaccine. In drafting the contract, I refer to it as HV. HV is not necessarily a company limited liability, only natural Russian manufacturers. Now, also a management organization, RDIF. Now, RDIF, your contact but they have given some limited powers to some companies in Ghana. A company that has the marketing rights in the country in terms of following up on the pharmacovigilance issues. And in our own sex, we live in 2 brands. There were double dose and single dose.
Yes. So
we are dealing with people who have this right. Said we can get it into the country. That's one approach. Another approach is direct from the Russian government. But almost structures are very stringent and very difficult. So getting the medicine in has been one of your challenges. Now, and so almost deliveries will not be immediate. It will be later. And I see a per head immunity. So these are some of the issues I hear with getting the Sputnik V into the country.
Okay, Alajinti, in Ghana, how many of these companies and to deal directly with Russia RDIF? Alaji.
What we say so far from me exposure me war in respect of Sputnik V,
yes,
meaning 2 companies, and I make I say Bako is dealing in terms of general Sputnik V on registration Now yes I say there's another one that have the light, that is the one dose. Now no is not our biggest issue because that is the relationship between Omo and a manufacturer. Yeah, what concerns us is getting the medicine into the country so that you can head towards your herd immunity.
Okay, but you must say me and mama. So 2 companies, Sheikh Ahmed Maktoum, the company can.
You see, company rights are issues that are delicate. Yes, signing agreement and discussion in Nano as a lawyer. I have bet myself to the fact that disclosure clauses were here. Now, issues of confidentiality, and I am handicapped in things specific who is who, because things can change. So I am sorry, and no, I want to refrain from saying categorically who they are, with all due apology and humility.
Okay, lawyer, and nothing along can you process so that after 4 years for mutie, we can just form, something around it, even though you are not willing to open up on some of the delicate issues. Lawyer.
Yeah, except to say, Pacho say, and yes, say I'm not willing, but I'm not able.
Okay, you are not able.
Because
yes.
Because there are confidentiality clauses. And mommy, because I should be the one standing by to defend people when they go out of the restrictions. But anything I make up, here and say, we want to make sure the medicine comes. We are right or we need right or we take that into consideration. But the point is this: medicine coming now we were dealing directly with the manufacturers. RDIF, we are still even in the process of discussion and negotiation. There are clauses like take or pay. Take or pay, you anything about take or pay because it commits the country. And you have to buy minimum quantities. And then you discuss me. And I say respectfully and humbly, it doesn't really matter to us who has rights. Because again, a market agreement between whoever has the right and the manufacturer. Breakthrough that we are looking forward to is said they should allow us to have the medicine in at a good price. We head towards our herd immunity thresholds and at a reasonable price for us. And
okay.
So that's why we are still negotiating with them as to the take or pay clauses and then the quantities that we require.
Okay. Honorable lawyer, sorry. My amendment be with SL Global Limited or yet one of the companies or this vaccine my amendment be on the pricing. Lawyer.
Yeah, yes, we did an amendment.
But what about?
Oh, sister said my laptop in me haunted me kai. But we did it soon after we had the agreement with SL Global.
Okay, so pressure and bam so it's not my amendment no.
Oh, there be opportunity in the president who say we agreed on a certain price and terms. And now it became necessary so we to be negotiated down. And not a one shot and a double shot. Yes. Until we were just lucky that the circumstances gave us an opportunity and I negotiated down. So quickly a amendment in the favor of the government.
Okay, so do we take it say I can say there SL Global Limited and SAR contract no one in same between government and this private entity. Lawyer.
So what's this contract now? And on a little difficult. We are discussing with many, but we have one with SL Global. Yes.
Okay. SL Global and Equator Free RDIF for Now, you so you free SL Global for is that the picture?
You see, the Mikael, no, war between limited liability HV human person, that's HV. And now RDIF also has a role to play in this transaction. And now SL Global war almost relationship with this organization. So yeah, difficult to say because direct to the company, no, we have an opportunity to say SL Global didn't only be brave. What he has here. So in that regard, no, because we know that we can at any point, if God wills, get direct while we start with something, and then we don't go too wide with this opportunity, so that we don't tie ourselves down too much. Anything that take or pay clauses, no, it doesn't allow us to enter into any relationship with anybody.
Okay, but lawyer, with COVAX, sound another process in it here. Was there a middleman and a direct dealing? Lawyer.
COVAX arrangement, you know, a different arrangement. And no, so when you say countries they came together to facilitate that process. Now, in AstraZeneca, no problem. All this will not even be talking about them. But unfortunately, AstraZeneca had a global challenge. And AstraZeneca was then authorized in this country. The next one was the Sputnik V. So our chances were very, very limited. Once AstraZeneca had a problem, so even COVAX was trying to offload to another brand. And the COVAX arrangement, you know, we are still on that one. Commitments that countries are supposed to meet, we are committing ourselves to that. And then when you say, you know, the international body, you know, committed themselves to get the vaccine to us, but the timelines are ahead, not immediate. So as a country managing a situation like this, especially when you want herd immunity, you look at immediate terms and long-term terms. And so, no discussions are on board.
Okay.
By my honorable minister.
Okay.
Really on top of that.
Alaji, finally, before you go, minority raise concerns. I mean, very skeptical. Say, I'm sure now, Muchigana for ADA, looking at the pricing, the honorable minister, so about parliament, now, so that we can get the clear picture. Can you allay our fears on the issues of minority for a reason? Alaji. Hello? Alaji Yusuf. Well, I'm saying, yeah, sure, no. Alaji Nnawotwi Yusuf, or your head of legal affairs at the Ministry of Health, and I don't know, say, listening to the explanation, Alaji Diama and Sisia. Okay, man, announce na fi.
How long can you talk, Minia?
No. Me man 1 minute na announce. Na fi, babeje. We have your bed on should ba ko ni actually cry we ni. Me pacho.
Because me buy na o kasa more than 30 minutes. I was watching that.
Ana boy, for anusi mami.
Give me the man me kasa 15 minutes out.
Mana Roma, for anusi mami in 1 minute na fi. Yenje response, I mean reactions from Nkoma me ne Alaji Twitchin CCA.
So I will explain most of this. For example, Ghana has a official dealer in Mercedes-Benz, in a Silver Star. Or no, and only Mercedes-Benz Germany, a agreement. However, on no Bahamwa, would be for be able to be a war, no cotton or micro, I am free. So, Dimitri, Russia for years is a deal with, especially at a time. A man in a PBI, Umuyabi, a cuckoo for crab PB, Umuyabi, Omicron Sika crab PB, Umuyabi. Officially, I'm saying, okay, these two companies, any normal, a big deal. Omunanton, Yanyaman. Into other people, so I want network with these two companies, no. Timmy Kunyabi, no, but Tuamawa. What is the big deal?
Okay.
Now, picture no, I be clear. So what? It's not a sole, that company. And one is supplied in the Amay. A Bible time say, source in India. I had no beer cotton at the end because Hoppenny manufacture. Ye trusty being a beer fuel, yen sang can be, and now will be a while or not one in lengths. I'll be to me from that source, genuine vaccines, be what your brain.
Okay.
Who will be a bra? na yen discuss about 3, 4, 5 companies e de omo diaba obi had the price na ba e na you move forward hoping say even this one kra na ye hu dede 19 yensa enka drone even that no cry sent to be kind so what is this
honorable J Mensa Nchirimu Efri the legal head of legal affairs Ministry of Health your reactions Ojeni saying
Mr. Unsa si mu bin betra ha na ye ka amanyo sama na ye ka some very critical like this aya ye man serious kakra ye dramatizing no so mu ni okasa nti mo frame bisa so why na me ne be kasa sa me because me MP a certain MP na me na kan wasa because the betia ho ase a minority already issues wo unsa chairman obakasa ai nti no mo say ayi na me say me mpa obi a obakasa say serial callers for ni because me ko programs be brave.
But he's a former member of parliament.
I'm not talking former member of parliament. Say a certain member of parliament because minority raised concern in a chairman swaba. And the chairman he never raised NDC for a problem organization NDC for problems. That is not the issue. We are discussing matters I rise to parliament or I have once in a while. Yeah, NDC can't say.
You allow him to get away with that loose talk, no, yeah. What does he mean by saying that? I talk like a serial
Honorable J Mensa.
Who is this guy for him to be talking loosely like that? You allow him to get away with it?
Let me finish.
I pointed out to him.
I have not seen before. This is not the first time.
Former member of parliament. So
4 times I won elections.
Yes.
How many times were you in elections? Stop like that. You allow him to get away with it.
Honorable. Let's maintain some decency.
No, that's an insult. I take an exception to his issue. I would go and apologize.
Take an exception.
He should go and apologize. What does he mean by saying that? What does that mean? Because if he's a
do you know why? I said it. I want to
I will leave.
You can leave.
No.
I mean it. This guy in the politics, this guy, he can never come wherever.
You know me?
I know you very well. I know you.
I know you.
I know you before you became to politics. And then we'll point to you, but you make us out.
Do you know why I was? Do you know why I was? I was in a corporate world. I was in a corporate world. Who are you?
Honorable J Mensa. Employee. Honorable J Mensa.
I was in a corporate world. This attitude.
Who will withdraw?
I'll repeat, sir. I'll repeat. Let me
because you get the chance to.
I've met this gentleman before.